And let's get started. I just want to get the CFTC out of the way. This presentation is for demonstration and educational purposes only. It's important to know that I'm not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar, Miguel says you can't hear anything. Let me just check my audio. Let me just do one more audio check. If you could hear me, see my screen. Please let me know. Miguel, can you hear me now? You can now? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's get going. So there's a lot of risk trading these financial markets. You could potentially lose your entire account. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor for official advice on the risks associated with trading. So I want to start my presentation with really, I think we should all say a prayer actually for Marcia. She's under the weather, not feeling well. But she sent us just an absolutely beautiful testimonial. And I'd like to just summarize the testimonial that she sent us, what her experience was. And it's important to know that she was a complete newbie, somebody who had never traded futures before in her lifetime. She had bought an automated bot on a Forex from a Forex company, but she was never able to get it running because they just didn't provide the support to help her out. So she came to us a little discouraged with that bad experience. And knowing that she was completely green and she didn't know anything about trading, she didn't know what to expect. She was absolutely pleasantly surprised to learn, not only to learn that there was a path forward, but her actual accomplishments that she was able to achieve would have taken really anybody else that didn't have the automation, these tools, the AI auto trader, it would have taken anybody else being a newbie years and a lot of money to be able to come away with 15 or 20 funded accounts in the first 60 days of her trading career, which really is unheard of. When I started trading, before I took one step forward, I had dug myself into a hole so deep. I was $10,000 or $15,000 into it before I said, "Hey, wait a minute, this isn't what they told me in those emails." It's not as easy as what they had made it out to be. But she was able to significantly shorten her learning curve, save thousands of dollars in quote unquote education, the school of hard knocks, making those expensive mistakes. She was spared. And in her testimonial, she credits it to the AI Auto Trader as a tool, our community of traders in Discord, and the support that she received here at Right Line Trading. She's a beautiful, blessed woman. Marcia is her name. And she truly is an inspiration for all of us and for all of our members. I'm part of a very experienced, educated team here at Right Line Trading. We've been around for about going on 14 years now. And our vision here at Right Line Trading has always been to develop innovative trading strategies that provide our members with an edge over all other retail traders. I think the main factor in having an edge is having an indication of the future direction of price. Really, that's what it's all about in trading. And if we know which way the market's going to go, there's a number of different ways that we can leverage our positions. We can trade them in futures. We have two excellent revenue streams here at Right Line Trading. We use the futures instruments and stocks and options. Those are our two main revenue streams. And on our team here at Right Line Trading, we have 3 professional traders. We have Mr. Craig Emery as our futures trader in the RLT futures room. Craig had purchased a number of trading systems from other vendors that just didn't work out for him. He never could find any consistency. And with our money flow tracker, he was able to find his groove and really make some consistent profits. It was the turning point of his trading career. Then we have our prop trader extraordinaire, Mr. David Kushner. We lovingly and endearingly referred to him as the Kush. The Kush. The Kush is able to maintain and sustain funding with these prop accounts. These prop accounts are really, they're wonderful. They really opened the floodgates to traders and gave us all an opportunity to jump in the game. Where trading used to be really only for the rich, that could afford to lose 5 or 10 or 20 grand, and continue on with their lives. For most of us, that just wasn't doable. With these prop firms now, they give you a vehicle, a vessel, an account. For 25 or 30 bucks, you can get into the financial markets and have a chance to for a really nice payday. So the drawback with prop trading, of course, is they've made it a little more difficult. They've added some rules that make trading even just a little more difficult to succeed. But David Kushner has found a path with his prop trading hack, and he uses our software to consistently get payouts with these funded prop accounts. And last but certainly not least of our professional traders is Mr. David Wise. David is, let me tell you, David is an expert at trading options. He uses the SPY super system, and he also has a set of ironclad rules that he doesn't bend. He doesn't make any trading decisions that are based on emotion, solely on the technicals. And he's one of these rare people like Kushner that can stick to their rules, that they rely 100% on the technicals, and they can sit on their hands with an extremely tremendous amount of discipline and patience and wait for everything to line up perfectly before executing a trade, almost like a robot, emotion free. They're able to wait for their setup and jump on it when the most opportune time comes. So let's very briefly let me introduce the other members of my team behind the desks. We have Mr. Brock Miller. He's our college student. He's getting his degree in computer science. He's really my right-hand man. I'd be lost without Brock. Really a great guy, and he's a very valuable member of our team. We have our UCLA graduate, Mr. Charles Sider. He's was in the software development and customer service industry as far as software development for 30 years. And he is an engineer and has his master's degree from UCLA. We have Mr. Sergio Luque Rodriguez. I've been working with Sergio here at Rightline. He's been with Rightline Trading for just a year or two. He came a year or two after I did. So he's been around for about 8 or 9 years now. And Sergio, I've seen him develop as a software developer. When he first came, he was, turning complex algorithmic equations and mathematical modeling. And now he's taken his art to the next level with integrating artificial intelligence. When Mark Miller, who's the owner of Rightline Trading, purchased the company, he put a tremendous amount of resources into getting the training on artificial intelligence. Mark Miller is a graduate. He has his MBA from Cal State, and he's a U.S. Army veteran, a God-fearing man. He's a great guy, and he's brought those core military values to the forefront of everything that we do here at Rightline Trading. And when I say those core military values, I'm referring to honesty, which in this industry sometimes can be difficult to find. Transparency, integrity, those have become the number one most important things for Mark Miller to instill into every department here at Rightline Trading. But what I wanted to expand on for just a moment is Mark really did our not only our members but our company a huge favor by investing a large amount of companies' resources into this artificial intelligence. We had all heard about how powerful it was um, and some of its capabilities, but we didn't really know how to leverage it into our software. So Mark would actually went into a collaboration with a world-renowned AI development lab, and they trained Sergio on exactly how to integrate this artificial intelligence into NinjaTrader 8 language. And that was a few years ago, going on a few years ago now. And in the last couple of years, the progress that we've been making is just by leaps and bounds. And it's been a really exciting journey to watch. So let's go ahead. Enough about Right Line Trading Team. I just want to very briefly introduce the voice that you hear behind the screen. My name's Rory Powers. I'm a graduate of Syracuse University. And I'm from Miami Beach. And my friends, when I told them I was going to Syracuse, they said, "Are you crazy? It gets really cold up there." I said, "It does?" I had no idea. And I said, "Yeah, man, you're in for some long winters." And they weren't kidding. I've got some members here from Buffalo, New York, and we refer to it as the frozen tundra. Anyway, my passion is not only trading, but saltwater fishing. And this is a beautiful day of fishing with Mark Miller, Sergio, myself down in the Florida Keys. I live right down by the Florida Keys. Caught a beautiful grouper, snapper, some tilefish. But the biggest catch, my biggest prize catch of them all is my beautiful wife, Christelle. Christelle is an RN with an insurance company down here, and she's just been a godsend. It's just a beautiful woman inside and out, and we have a beautiful family. We have two little girls. I have a 5-year-old that she'll be 6 in March, and I have a 1-year-old that'll be 2 in March as well. They're both born in March, and this was just this past Christmas here at my house. So that's a little bit about the voice that you hear. So let's get on with the AI Auto Trader. Really, this is my favorite slide of the whole presentation because for me, this slide resonates the most. This is me in a female version. What this slide is portraying is this nice woman. And, she looks like a professional. And what has happened to her was she sees in her computer screen over the last several weeks or months, her trading account has dwindled down to almost nothing. And she's come to a boiling point, a bursting point, where she probably is thinking that there's a conspiracy going on between the market makers and her broker. And they're in this conspiracy to take her money because everything she has tried has failed. And she's at the point now where she's gotten her sledgehammer out of the bottom drawer. I guess she brought it home or kept it in her bottom drawer. And now she's finally burst. And she's ready to put that hammer right through that computer screen in complete frustration after watching her account dwindle down to nothing. And let me tell you, I always put myself in the first person because I always refer to myself as being a terrible trader. And things are changing now, and I'm going to show you some results that I've had with the AI Auto. But listen, I can relate to this woman, and I've spoken to so many of you over the years, and I know that you can relate as well. There's nothing more frustrating than blowing out a trading account. It's a horrible feeling. And that was the genesis of the AI Auto Trader. We've all experienced problems with consistency. Really, the number one cause of this inconsistent results is really human emotions and human errors. These bonehead, I like to refer to them as slipping on a banana peel. Some of us aren't that familiar with NinjaTrader or the trading platform that we're trading with. In a fast-moving market, trying to fumble over the controls on a platform that we're not 100% familiar with is difficult. In a fast-moving market, it's almost impossible. And then we have our own human emotions that come into play. I watched a presentation and on one of the investor summits, and a gentleman, a really educated guy, his name was Chris Vermeulen. Chris Vermeulen had done a study on human personality traits as it relates how human personality traits lends to being a good disciplined trader. And what he found in the course of his study was that there was approximately 10 or 12 core personality traits that we as humans all share at a different degree. And that makes us all unique as individuals. But what he found, and just a couple of examples so you know what I'm talking about, of personality traits. A few common ones are you have the analytical. These are usually engineers that are very analytical. They're kind of afraid to make a wrong decision. They want to look at all of the data and make an informed, intelligent decision, and may have a tough time pulling the trigger because they don't want to make the wrong decision. They want to make a correct decision. That would be an analytical. You have a driver saying, go, 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 trade, trade, trade. You have the emotional, and I think that's where I fall in. Somebody who looks at the P&L of their trade, they see that they're taking heat and they start squirming in their chair a little bit and maybe bail out of the trade early just to see it stop us out and go on and go in the direction that we had the position in. That's the emotional. So it turns out that 10 out of these 12 core personality traits just don't lend well to being a good disciplined trader. So listen, if you've suffered from some of these emotional errors, you're not alone. That's what I want you to understand. I've talked to thousands of traders. I've had the fortune of answering the phones here at Right Line Trading for about 11 years now. And it's very, very common. Probably 95% of us struggle with these same exact issues. We may have also bought trading systems that just don't work. They lack a proven trading methodology. But lo and behold, it all leads to the same cold, desolate place, and that's blowing another trading account. So we've narrowed it down to two things that we believe are going to create trading success. Number one, we want to be trading with the proper tool set that identifies risk and only gets you in to the highest probability trade entries. And number two, because we suffer from these human errors, is ideally we would like software that can automatically get us in and out of these trades at the most opportune times. Now, really the elephant in the room when you talk about automated systems is that in the past, the bots always had a problem with being consistent. What I mean by that is market conditions are always changing. Listen, we're in a very news-driven market. Throughout the week, we see on our Forex Factory calendar, we see that there's multiple economic news reports that come out on an hourly, every day, sometimes on an hourly basis throughout the day. And we can go from a ranging, choppy market to a trending market in as quick as a news brief or a news report. So ideally, we want to have software. We want to have a bot that doesn't have static inputs. That's always been the problem with these bots, is when market conditions change, their parameters are static. So it'll only do well, say, in a trending market. But if the market's not trending, you're going to get chopped to pieces. Well, that's what's been the game changer with this AI auto trader. With this AI integration that I'm going to cover in just a moment, these are bots that will self-adjust during the trading session. They will dynamically change and in order to lock in profits and get you in at the most the lowest risk and the highest probability. And I'm going to go into the 3 or 4 different ways that we've integrated artificial intelligence into this software. And I just wanted to make mention of the fact, in case if you've been living under a rock, that we happen to be in an AI revolution. Really, this artificial intelligence, we just can't ignore it any longer. AIs, there's 3 companies that have $3 trillion in assets, market cap, $3 trillion. There's Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA. And a lot of it, probably 90% of it, is due to this artificial intelligence. What I wanted to mention was artificial intelligence now is working its way into just about every sector of our economy. Just to name a few, into energy, agriculture, education, transportation and logistics, manufacturing. And number 2 on the list is finance. Algorithmic trading or AI powered trading systems account for 95% of hedge funds and large institutional trading systems, algorithmic trading. So those algos, when those news reports come out and those algos start firing off trades, that's all AI integrated bots that are firing off trades for these large investment firms. The number one sector that's utilizing artificial intelligence, which is very encouraging, is health, is our healthcare. And we're just praying that they come up with some breakthroughs, maybe for some cures of some of these diseases that have been haunting us. So the benefits of AI automation, excuse me, there's no more overthinking, no more hesitating. It's going to, when all of the conditions are met, that system is going to pop you into a trade. It's going to stick to an ironclad set of rules, and it's never going to bend or break those rules like we do as humans. It's going to, I'm going to go over the benefits, the 3 or 4 different ways that we're integrating artificial intelligence. We're also, I want you to know, if you're a prop trader, we have designed bots that are specifically developed for prop trading. We have our 1-day pass templates that will pass an evaluation in just 1 day. They use the maximum number of contracts in the smallest number of ticks in order to hit your profit goal to pass that evaluation account. Once you've passed the evaluation, then we have our PA account templates, and those will sustain the funding and help you get payouts. They're a lot more consistent. They're not nearly as aggressive as a 1-day pass template. So let's go into how the system works just a little bit. What I wanted to show you, if I pull over my control center, the artificial intelligence, I get a lot of calls. This is the bots that are running on the current session today. If I go to my strategies and I create a new strategy, what you see here is going to be the ways that we integrate the artificial intelligence. Let me start by showing you first how we time optimize these bots. Each one of our bots is running in tandem with a drone. The drone is doing just what it sounds like. The drone is a bot, but the drone has static inputs. It has a very aggressive profit target and a very loose stop. And it's going to take the trade and it's going to hover above the market like a drone would do. And it's going to share the intel with the bot of what the range of the market is. How much of a favorable excursion is it taking before it comes back and it's looking at the adverse excursion? So it's telling the bot the most ideal locations to place its stop and profit target in the current trading environment. So while you're trading, your bot and your drone are working together in tandem, and your bot is dynamically adjusting the position of its stops and targets based on the average true range of the market. Okay? So that's one of the ways that our system is working with artificial intelligence. It's dynamically changing the position of your stop and profit targets based on the range of the market. The second component is it's using what we call our dynamically adjusting trading sessions. The drone is going to run 23 hours per day. And it's going to tell the bot, out of those 23 hours of the day, historically, when does it perform the best? Now it might have a really profitable hour or two, maybe at the London Open. And then it might have another hour or two really nice profits in the US Open. And then who knows, maybe another hour it does really well at the Asian Open. But what it's going to do is it's going to dynamically, and that, what I mean by that, it's going to automatically, while you're trading, adjust the trading session hours of your bot based on the historical performance of the drone. Okay, based on the historical performance of the drone. So really our mandate as software developers, especially when it comes to automation, is we want to filter out the losers. Sure, anybody can pull in winners, but the real challenge comes with excluding the losing trades. And that is exactly what this does. It makes our output for our bots that much more efficient. So we're having our profit targets and our stops in the most ideal locations based on the average true range of the market. We're only trading when historically it trades the best during the hours of the day. And last but certainly not least, our system has 4 different triggers. We have an A, B, C, or D trigger that are all, for the vast majority, are based on the relative strength index, the RSI line. So if relative strength is at a certain percentage, it will trigger a trade, whether it be on the A, B, C, or D entry. So the third component of this artificial intelligence is what we call the which signal. The drone will take, it's going to take all of the signals, A, B, C, and D. And in a closed loop system, a machine learning component that we've developed, it's going to identify which trigger is the most profitable for the market condition that it's in now. And that's the only signal that it's going to take on your bot. Your drone's going to trade like they say, Mark Miller says, like a drunken sailor. It's going to trade away, but the bot is learning through a shared database of not only what the average true range of the market is to place your stop and profit target in the most ideal location, but it knows exactly when it's making the most money. And now it knows exactly which signal, which one of our triggers to trade, A, B, C, or D, to make the most money. And the bot will dynamically change based on the results that the drone is getting. And what that does is it makes our output that much more efficient. And really, that's the name of the game with this automation. You can see my realized profit on these drones and bots. They're just having another stellar day. Yesterday, they just crushed it. You can see I'm in an open position on one of our most powerful bots is this ES30 range. This ES30 range is the bot that one of our members, Robert, over the last 4 months has made $50,000 in profit trading just one contract with this bot. So it's been an extremely profitable bot over the last 4 months. Let's keep moving. The last but certainly not least, we've also integrated one last component. It's a machine learning component that looks at candlestick pattern recognition. I'll get to your question in 1 second, Steve. The candlestick pattern recognition, the charts are very symmetrical. There's certain candlestick patterns that repeat themselves throughout the trading session. The system will pick up and learn on certain candlestick patterns what usually comes next. For example, one way we're leveraging that integration is with bullish and bearish engulfing candles. If we're in a short position, like for example, in this position here, we're in a short position and all of a sudden we get this big, ugly, bullish engulfing candle. Well, the bot knows that a reversal might be likely to come and follow, and it will exit the trade and lock in profits. If it doesn't get one of those bullish engulfing candles, it's just going to let the trade mature until it hits your profit target. And that's exactly what it's doing now. So the candlestick pattern recognition is really another strong component of this artificial intelligence. Let me take a look at Steve's question real quick. Well, that's not exactly true, Steve. Apex does allow us to use automated bots. They consider this a semi-automated system, and several of our members, including on our staff, have gotten payouts from Apex using this system. The reason they consider this a semi-automated system is, number one, as the trader, we control, now we're going to share, I don't want to scare you, we're going to share all of the parameters. These strategies, they all come in pre-formatted templates, okay? So the reason why these prop firms allow you to trade this bot is because as the trader, you have the ability to determine the conditions of the trade. If you want market structure, the 15 to be green and the 50 to be green on a long trade, and you want your moving averages, you want your 15 to be above or below price. These are all regarding market structure. If you want to not trade into pivots or volume zones, if you want to determine not to turn into certain areas of resistance, you're picking which conditions in order for that bot to execute a trade. Because you have the ability to determine those conditions, this is actually considered a semi-automated strategy. Now, once the trade is executed, you also have the ability to manage it. You can see if I wanted to, I could pull my stop all the way down and I can manage this position as I see fit. If I want to move my profit target or if I want to close and take profits, I'm always in control. And because of that reason, Apex and 90% of the other prop firms allow you to trade this system because it's regarded, it's considered a semi-automated trading system for the reasons that I just outlined. So you absolutely can trade these with prop accounts. So this is a really good illustration, and man, let me tell you, this AI has been such a game changer because what this is showing, so you could see it, and I'm gonna show you a really good illustration of one of my strategies. But what this is this shows you that the drone is running 23 hours. This is the performance. On the bottom of my graph here is each half hour of the day from 8:30 a.m. till 4 o'clock p.m. And what it's showing you is each half hour of the day what the profit and loss was in dollars. That's what's on my y-axis here. Now, the drone is trading through the whole session, and it's telling the bot when it's the most profitable. So if you look at the performance of the bot on the same, running the same exact dates, you could see that during this time that the drone just doesn't do well, the bot stood aside and it didn't take a trade. It didn't take a trade. And it only took the trades when historically it does extremely well. So that gives you a really good illustration of how that time optimization works. Really very powerful. So let's go over some of these strategies. Let me pull up my questions. I don't want to miss anybody's question. Okay. So some of our most powerful strategies, if you do come aboard, the NASDAQ and the E-mini are really our 1-2 punch. Now we've also got a gold bot that on any given day can come to life and run up the score tremendously. Like today was a day it made 3,000 or 4,000. Really, ever since the new administration came into power, really, when there's a lot of uncertainty, and one thing you can be guaranteed Trump will bring, and that is some uncertainty to the markets. A safe haven is always gold. So gold is almost at an all-time high, if it's not at an all-time high now. And in fact, it's reaching almost $3,000 an ounce. But there's been huge swings up and down on gold. And to have this in our toolbox, in our arsenal, has really made our system that much more powerful. If you have one instrument that's good, that's profitable, you're doing really well. If you have three, well, you've got yourself a powerhouse when you've got three instruments that are profitable. And that's kind of what we're running with right now. So our most powerful bots on our NASDAQ are our 30 range Haymaker and our 20 Unorenco Mac truck. To give you an idea of the results that they've been making, from December 1st to about February 1st, over the course of 2 months, trading one contract, that NASDAQ 20U has made $5,471. And that's after commissions. Hey, Manvinder. Gold futures does work, yes. Gold futures. Forex is a little more complicated. It can be done, but there's a bid-ask spread in Forex. And there's an integration that there's an API that you would make a connection for a Forex feed with your Forex broker. So it's a little more complicated. So stick to gold futures. Stick to gold futures. You'll love this system on gold. So the NQ30 range Haymaker, man, I love the Haymaker. It's one of our most exciting strategies. With 50 ticks of risk, we go for what is it? 200, about 200 ticks of profit. So we're risking 250 to make 1,000, a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So the NQ Haymaker over those same 2 months was up just under $6,000, 5,808 after commissions. Then we've got the big boys. We've got these ES strategies that have taken this system to another stratosphere. And I say that because I want to show you one of our members. His name is Robert. He happens to be a professional in this niche, and he's bought several bots. It's his passion, is the optimization of these bots. And he's bought several of them from many vendors. But he told us that, hey, you guys have something special here. And these are his results running this system on this 30 range. From September 19th to February 1st, he's up just over $51,000 trading just one contract on this ES30 range. $51,000 trading one contract. People always ask me, what's the max drawdown? The max drawdown was $5,000. It's hard to see here. Let me see if I can open this. Let me magnify this image. Magnify image. Here we go. Here we go. So here you could see his max drawdown is 5141. That's his max drawdown. So $51,000 between September 19th and February 1st. And that's trading that ES30 range. That's this strategy that we were just watching here just a moment ago, coming down to hit this profit target. So it's really been a tremendous game changer. And what he said was unique about it, and what I think is important. Now, it just closed for the day at $3,000 for today only. That's for today. That's in one session, trading one contract. And I could even show you the trades it took in order to make that. For this trading session, starting at 9:30, it took a beautiful short entry. It rode this trade down. It rode this market down short. Our VWAP is that yellow dotted line, and the system knows to only go short when we're below the VWAP. That's one of our main conditions. So it made just under $3,000 today. Robert, he's made $50,000 over the last 4 months with that strategy. So it's been a really lucrative strategy for us. On our computers here between December and February, it was up $16,348. That was trading it internally. Now I want to show you also this 8 Unarenko. This is what I just showed you. This is Robert, his $51,000 profit on that ES30 range. Let me see if I can find my performance. I wanted to show you on this ES Unarenko. And I found what I found really interesting about it is when, you know, it's one thing that it's always interesting to see a bot that's doing well. But then the next question I always ask when I see this, you can see in the month of February, we have a bot that's running on an 8 Unarenko on the E-mini. And when I see this kind of summary, it's up $6,358 in February, and it's only taken $1,254 in losing trades, $7,600 in winning trades. So if we look at the analysis of it, it's incredible when this thing is trading. It's only trading. This is the bot drone technology at its finest. Take a look at this. You can see the trading sessions that the bot is trading. It's trading at 12 midnight. It made $4,000 at midnight while I was sleeping. Then at the London Open, it comes in for a half an hour. It takes a half-hour session in the morning when the New York Stock Exchange opens. And then it takes another really profitable session in the afternoon, right after the lunch break. So for the month of February, this bot trading just very minimal hours has pulled in $6,300 in profits. It only took 14 trades the whole month. Now, if you compare that to the drone is the one that it's trading with, that it's learning from. The drone is down $10,000. Okay, it's taken 180 trades, 10 times the number of trades. And if we look at the time analysis of it, you can see the times that it's trading on the bot are these times where all these little green arrows are. And anytime you can see a red arrow, my bot doesn't trade. It sidesteps all of those losers automatically. Now that's the difference. That's the game changer, is being able to pull in these winning trades at these times of the day and being able to sidestep all of these losing trades. You see the difference? So that's the drone from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m., the session break. And then I go to my bot and it just trades the times when it's green, and that's it. And doing that with that time optimization, it was able to make $6,300 in the month of February. So it's really some incredible results. The one-day pass templates, we have a lot of prop traders. I want you to know that the one-day pass strategy is an extremely aggressive strategy. If you don't want to put the blood, sweat, and tears or time into passing an eval, or the prop company gives you a 90% discount and you can get them for pennies on the dollar, a very quick way to get funded accounts is via these one-day pass templates. The spirit, I always show this one video. The spirit of the one-day pass template is in this short video. It's a very, very short video. And just to set it up, Mark is using in this video, he's using a trade copier. He has 6 evaluation accounts and he's running a trade copier. His leader account is our one-day pass template, our one-day pass template. So if I start the trade, you can see the cross comes and he's in the trade. He's in the trade with 10 contracts. It's a $50,000 prop account. The maximum number of contracts that the prop firm will allow you to trade is 10 contracts. The profit goal is $3,000. So in order to pass that evaluation, he has to make $3,000 in profit. So if you do the math, if you're trading 10 contracts and you need $3,000, it's $5 per tick. So you would need 60 ticks in order to make $3,000. So you also want to account for slippage and for commissions. So let's call it 62 ticks. So you trade 10 contracts at historically the best time to trade that NASDAQ strategy is when it's going to trade it. And it's going to trigger that trade and put you in on a one trade, one pass strategy. And you can see Mark takes the trade. If it comes within 10 ticks of our profit target, the stop will fly up and it will come 5 ticks behind price, and your profit target will be 5 ticks above price. So you'll always have an equal risk to reward once you get in that profit window. So he just got within the profit window, meaning he's just about 5 ticks from his profit target. So he's in the window, and boom, it goes through for the full winner. So in very short order, he was able to copy across 6 evaluation accounts and get funding on 6 PA accounts. So those prop trading templates for the one-day passes are extremely aggressive. And statistically, since I'm the one who answers the phones here, I always like to, give you a number that I'm very comfortable with. My slide here says 50%, but I'm going to call it 33%. Statistically, 1 out of 3 of these one-day passes are going to win. Now, you might hit a lucky streak. You might get 5 out of 10. You might get 0 out of 10. But statistically, I'm very comfortable telling you 33% of these trades are going to become winners. I'm just reading your question, Bruce. That's a great question. Bruce's question, I'm going to read it because it's really important to address that. What Bruce asks, he says, most bots, even the profitable ones, have difficulty with large drawdowns, which is tough on prop firm evals and PA accounts. And he's right. Drawdowns on prop accounts are our worst enemy. Do your bots experience large drawdowns during a trading day? That's a very good question. And it's important to know that inside of our templates that we share with you, I'm going to show you, we have safeguards in place that prevent you um, from taking a big drawdown. For example, right here on every single one of our bots, depending on the size of your prop account, and if you sign up with us, you're going to get together with myself or Charles or somebody on the team, and we're going to go over all of this stuff with you. We're going to set you up to be successful. We're not going to send you over this system and wish you well and hope for the best. We're going to be hands-on with you, and we're going to discuss if you have a prop account, the size of it and what our drawdown is, and we're going to come to a decision as what our risk tolerance is. If you're trading a $25,000 prop account, you may not want to take more than a couple $100 of risk and trade the micros. So depending on the size of an account, we could put what your session loss limit is. Once the system or once the bot reaches that session loss limit, it's going to stop trading for the day. Listen, I'm a really firm believer on sticking to your rules with this. As far as your profit target, your capital preservation, once you reach your goal, listen, our biggest problem as traders is we could be very greedy. We could see a bot doing well, it's making 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. We're thinking, wow, this is a gold mine, it's never going to stop. And the minute we get it on our live account, it takes a loser. So there's every time you get into a trade, you run that possibility that you're gonna take a loser. So if you reach your profit goal, you would define what your profit goal is here, and once it's reached, it would immediately stop trading. So we do have very strict rules when it comes to our profit and loss limits. We even have a trailing session drawdown. The trailing drawdown is for prop traders. If your goal, let's say, is 1,000, but you only want to lose 400, and let's say you make $800. Now, if you have this trailing session limit checked off, and you're up 800, but you're only allowed to lose 400, well, now if you go to plus 400, it's going to stop there. It's as soon as you lose $400, you could still be in profits, but from your high water mark, it will only allow you to lose $400 from your realized profits from that point on. So it would come down and it would lock in $400 on an $800 profit. So that's a really good question, Bruce. Yeah, of course, Jose. Jose asked, do we provide updated templates? And that brings me to this. I want to show you something, Jose. And I'm not just, I just want you to know I'm not tooting my own horn, but this is a fact. Our customer service here at Right Line Trading, it's unparalleled, unmatched from any vendor in this niche. And I say that because from the time you come aboard, throughout the lifetime of your membership, we don't only do a white glove installation and wish you well. Throughout the lifetime of your membership with us, we're going to provide you with updates. If an update comes out every week, we provide you with updates in our Discord chat. If anything new comes out, you'll have it immediately. We post daily results in our Discord. If you need any assistance, if you want to get together with one of our trading coaches, we always make our calendars available to you. So to answer your question, we provide really outstanding support, and you'll see it on Trustpilot. So we also, it's important to know, have a few templates available. Once you get funded and you have a PA account, obviously you're not going to trade the one-day passes. We do have a few PA account templates that trade the micros and are much more conservative. This is the one-day pass that we just discussed. If you've never had the experience of seeing this system trade on a live market, you can see, this is on a late Friday afternoon, and you look at my realized column on these strategies, and just one after the next. I like to refer to it as, prop trading on steroids, because I've seen Mark trade 20 prop accounts at once and put up game-changing numbers, have massive windfalls trading this system. So the potential is absolutely there. So let's go over the special offer. One of the previous questions, there was a concern whether you can get payouts with this. Well, we could tell you firsthand that you can. We've run up some beautiful payouts trading this AI bot, and we've gotten payouts through Apex. So here's the special offer. We're going to extend the President's Day special. Okay, if you missed this President's Day special, don't worry. You've got one last shot at it. It comes with VIP support, which we already covered. The masterclass modules. Not only do we have really a whole tutorial library, but some great masterclass modules and a user's guide that is professionally done. We have if you come aboard with us, you're going to trade this system with us every morning on YouTube. We trade this system Monday through Friday on YouTube. And let me tell you something, if you haven't had the opportunity to see this on a live market, if you go to our YouTube channel, I'm going to pull it up really quick. If you go to our YouTube channel on YouTube, search Right Line Trading. And once you get to our YouTube channel, there's a tab right here called Live. If you click on that Live tab, you'll be able to log right in to our live stream each morning at 9:15 is when we start. We trade the AI Auto Trader, and then at about 10:30 or 11, after we've traded the AI, David Wise comes on and trades the SPY Super System. And we have memorialized months and months and months. We trade the system every morning. We're very transparent. And man, if you've never seen this system trade, do yourself a favor. Come check this thing out. You've never seen anything like it, I assure you. Okay, here's the pricing. The special offer comes in 3 different sizes. What it includes first is, I like to refer to it as the full Monty. The full Monty, it comes with all of your chart templates that have pre-formatted templates of all the indicators. Like I pulled over that ES chart. You're going to have a chart template for each one of the instruments that has all the indicators on the charts. That's the discretionary component. You also have all of the strategy templates of the full portfolio of strategies. We're not going to hold back on you and just give you a few. We want you to have all of the tools to succeed. We want this to be a win-win relationship. Let me tell you something. There's nothing that makes me happier, that gives me more satisfaction, even winning my own trading account, I'm not kidding you, than to hearing our members be profitable. To me, spiritually, that's more rewarding than anything. So we want you to be profitable, and we're going to give you all the tools in order to be profitable. The full portfolio of strategies, we're going to include all of the prop trading templates and some one-on-one coaching for the annual and lifetime options. You're going to get one-on-one mentorship. So the monthly is $4.99 a month. Normally it's $6.99. We've knocked off $200 if you want to try it for a month. The 1 month trial is $4.99. A much better value. We're going to knock 50% off of our annual membership. The annual membership is normally $29.99. If you take off 50% off of that price, you can get it for the entire year for $14.99. $14.99, that'll give you the full portfolio of strategies for the entire year. And if you divide that $14.99 by 12 months, you're looking at $125 a month to have this system for the entire year and trade it with us on a live market for the entire year. $129 a month. For the lifetime access, which really to me is the best value. If you're somebody that just doesn't like recurring subscriptions, if you have the means, by all means, the $24.99, the 50% off is really the best value. $24.99, you're going to own this system forever, forever. It's very, listen, it's not out of the ordinary that you'll have a half a dozen strategies that have made what this system costs for a lifetime in one single session. This is the leaderboard from today. And it's not out of the ordinary that you'll have a bot make what it costs this a lifetime to own. So it's hard to put a price tag on these, but $24.99 is extremely reasonable. And I do want to mention that we do accept PayPal. PayPal has a very nice feature. It's called Pay Later. Isn't that great? You can, why pay now when you can pay later? You know, it's that guy like from Popeye. He wanted a hamburger today, and he'd gladly pay you tomorrow. The pay later with PayPal, there's no interest. So interest free over 6 months. You pay it over 6 months with no interest, and after 6 months, it's yours forever. There's no maintenance fees, no ongoing costs whatsoever. So that's really our best offer on this AI auto trader. Let me tell you, we've got some members, and I'm going to show you my results here in just a minute. And I just want to remind you, and I'm not just saying this to be funny or in any other way but the truth. And I started by telling you that I'm the world's worst trader, and I am. But I'm going to show you the success that I've been having. And the members, some of our members, I just spoke to Stephen A. Stephen C. Brought us to Scalper Strategies, was having incredible success with them. Sood was doing very good with that NQ Scalper. Simon had a day that he made $16,000 in one day on his Apex accounts. Simon is from across the pond. Limit Up was crushing it on his Apex accounts. Here's Steve, had bots that were over 7,000, 6,000 in a single trading session. He helps develop these templates with us. Ron Nettles, man, my main man, Ron. Ron's been with us for forever, you know, before me. Probably 12 or 13 years Ron's been with us. His gold drone last week made $10,000 in one day. That's that volatility I was showing you on gold. His drone during YouTube last week made $10,000 for the day. I'm going to end with, well, Suzanne, really one of our greatest members, Suzanne. She's just so willing to help out our new members, and she's extremely knowledgeable. She's about to become a full-time trader, and she's been doing extremely well and having tremendous success with this AI auto trader. And she's always willing to lend a helping hand in our Discord community. My favorite testimonial, Gary Sparks. Gary Sparks tells everybody in YouTube how he bought bots from all of these different vendors, but he found that right line trading crushes all of them. So listen, if you've bought a bot in the past that just didn't work out, I don't want you to think that all bots are created equal, because they're not. We happen to be in a unique situation where we're leveraging technology that I don't think anybody else is doing the way we are. And it all boils down to that collaboration that Mark Miller insisted that Sergio and the team go through with that world-renowned AI lab. And that collaboration continues, I want you to know. We still meet with them to this day, Sergio for sure. So this is the sale one last time. If you do come aboard, I wanted to promise I would show you my results. Here in the month of February on my PA accounts, and just to show you that it's not smoke and mirrors, my PA accounts in the month of February, $5,574. My max drawdown was $1,500. So earlier, Bruce, the question you asked is very relevant, and that's at the forefront of our trading strategy. Is we have to, Matt, give me a call when this webinar is over, and I'll do that for you. Or if Matt, if you put your name and your number, and if I don't get to anybody's question, please put your name and your number in the chat box. I've went way over, and I want to respect everyone's time. So if I didn't get to your question, please put your name and your phone number in the chat box, and I'm going to give you a call. Matt, please put your name and number in. If you'd like me to give you a call, we could take care of that for you. So my PA accounts, just under $6,000, and which is really a tremendous achievement. It's a tremendous accomplishment. And listen, I do it every morning. This is a trade copier that I used this morning. I've been doing it every morning on YouTube. So I assure you that it's 100% genuine. So I just wanted to end by saying, let me just see if there's any questions I missed. Is there any pro? Yeah, if you give me a call, Bruce, I'm going to call you. We'll talk about it. Absolutely. All right. So I want to just wish everybody, I know it's Friday and you want to get on with the weekend, and so do I. So I want to thank you, number one, for joining me today. And I want to leave you with a message of hope. Listen, you're listening to somebody who really is a habitual loser at trading. I've blown out dozens of trading accounts. I've gone to sleep at night talking to myself, wondering what I was doing wrong, because every time I thought I had turned the corner, and I had finally turned the corner on my trading career, and I strung together a week or two of good results, the same thing would happen again and again, and I'd just blow out another account. This AI auto trader, eliminating that human emotion component, has been a game changer in my trading career, and I am very confident that it will be for you as well. We've got a powerhouse of a system that can put up numbers like this on a daily basis. I assure you, if you come aboard, you're going to trade it with us every morning, and you're going to be really happy that you did it. So have a blessed weekend, everybody. I hope you're able to spend quality time with the people that you care about the most. God bless you. Have a great weekend. I'm going to give you a call, Bruce.